What's up, YouTube? This is Freddy Live. Welcome to the StarLadder Budapest. Is it the StarLadder? Yeah, it's the StarLadder Budapest Majors tournament, and we are in quite insane. And we have legends going against others. So sorry for the being my hair is just a mess. So this is a noob's reaction. So I'm going to be reacting to the touch moments in the Budapest playoffs, which I'm really hoping to be learning more about Counter Strike because, as far as things are, I don't know anything about Counter Strike at all. I have no experience whatsoever. So I'm hoping I'll get a little bit of support from the. What happened? Unstable connection.
Furia, a ferocious force of
Okay, this
controlled
one
chaos. Furia dreamed to return major glory to Brazil for the first time since 2016.
This is going to be very
Team
much
spirit,
exciting.
cold-blooded under pressure, precise in execution. Spirit are champions forged through
Seems like
discipline,
they'll be down
resilient
and
to change,
Nico on the
and
screen time
determined to
today.
win.
So
Mouse, consistent,
such moments are to
calculated,
be expected.
and confident. Mouse and their hometown hero have a date with destiny on the major stage, and they won't miss it. MongolZ, absolutely relentless. The Mongols are once again on the major stage, ready to shock the world and finally claim their
Is my
star.
internet that bad?
Vitality, this year's most dominant team, stands poised on the edge of history. Vitality chase back-to-back major glory to cement their legacy. Navi, driven to reclaim greatness. Navi fights to extend their legacy and remain among the titans of Counter-Strike. FaZe, every setback overcome through nerves of steel. FaZe clan thrives under pressure, especially with less than a second left. Falcons, assembled for one purpose, claiming the major trophy. The Falcons are on the hunt, chasing their dream in Budapest.
My internet is as always. If there's anything worse than my internet, it has to be.
On this stage, we will strike a new
It has to
name
be a
into
PC.
legend.
But let's get to the reaction.
All
The playoffs. The most I don't know if I should leave the chat like that because I know for sure I don't have chat. And I won't have chat for sure. Oh my god. This is a conundrum. This is a dilemma. No. This is a problem. Am I glitching now or is it something?
major finals.
expect to be, and it is for. Now, the 2025 season ends on Sunday, and one of our 8 teams will be lifting that trophy. And at the end of it all, when they've triumphed, they will talk to their friends, their teammates, their families, and they will say, it was all worth it for this moment. Budapest!
Let's go, baby. It's the Budapest Festival.
Are you ready?
Hell yeah! Oh, I'm ready for some Counter-Strike. I'm ready for some Counter-Strike, man. Sorry for the bad internet, if I may say for one, but hang on with me, like, bear with me.
On stage, Team Spirit.
So this is epic sports right here. This is the type of sport you play when you're unemployed. This is the type of sport that you can play when you're employed. Like, I usually am on practice mode because I'm new to Counter-Strike. You know, I'm not like these guys that are on screen. You know, I'm usually on the practice mode. But still, when I try to go to the lobby or to the server, those niggas lock me out, like they kick me out in an instant. It's going to be crazy. Here they come, boys. As they enter. Dunk, 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 dunk. Entrance of the goal. Like, yeah, the chat is going crazy. Nico. Oh, Mnati. Oh, this is going to be an epic showdown.
Welcome on stage, Falcons.
Okay, let's go. I'm not sure if the sound is alright, but let's go. It's Nico, it's Mnati. It's
The
going
teams have taken to the stage, and we're almost there for the quarterfinals. Chopper, you have struggled many times facing the Falcons, but we've seen you've tried to adjust, make improvements. How has that helped you for today to be able to beat them, get revenge, and make it to the semifinals?
We can just try to play our game. That's it.
What is the most important thing that the team needs to do today to get that win?
Be like a team.
Well, good luck doing it, man. Go take your seat and get ready. Thank you very much.
Hi, Kixan. I wanted to ask you, I know you revealed it to me that Nico helps you the most out of any player in your career. Is this as an IGL? Did he have more impact than usual preparing for Spirit? Because he beat them like 9 times in the past matchup. So how does it feel?
First of all, hello to everyone to the arena.
Hello to you,
yeah, as I already said, Nico is helping a lot with many different things. And, I don't think it has been any different for this game. We just took it as any other game, and we'll see how it goes.
If you will be in need of some guidance, let's say during the polls or something, are you looking especially towards that MongolZ and Nico duo because they probably feel the game against them, especially?
Yeah, of course. I mean, they have played against them many times, and so far they have good success. So obviously, the help of Nico and MongolZ will be really important in this game.
Let's see how it goes. Good luck, brother. let's say during the polls or something, are you looking especially towards that MongolZ and Nico duo because they probably feel the game against them especially?
Yeah, of course. I mean, they have played against them many times, and so far they had good success. So obviously, the help of Nico and MongolZ will be really important in this game.
Let's see how it goes. Good luck, brother.
I have a question, man. I have a question. Dunk.
I want you to give me every bit of energy you got right now. This is how we are kickstarting the Budapest Major. Let me hear you make some noise! Oh, this sounds real good. All right, follow with me here. Just everyone on this side. Let me hear you!
Oh, yeah. W crowd.
All right.
W crowd.
Can you guys do any better? Go!
Oh my God. That is really good.
And then one final thing.
Crowd
Is there
vote,
some fans of Spirit?
Big crowd.
That's not bad. And
The chat ain't
Falcon!
relaxing.
Well, let's get into the game.
Let's get into it, buddy.
7 лет меня брат привел в компьютерный клуб поиграть в Counter-Strike.
Oh my God.
14 лет, до 14 лет я занимался футболом и получил травму.
Oh.
У меня было 2 вещи, которые я любил больше всего, осталось одна.
Сергей справедливый, грамотный, опытный и очень трудолюбивый человек. Дружелюбный, сплочающий. Для меня это точно лидер нашего коллектива.
Я думаю, что становление этой команды, то есть основополагающая вещь была это капитан, а у нас появился яркий стар-плеер, который является лучшим игроком в мире. Нам нужен был снайпер, который много коммуницирует. Мы добрали Диму, и нужны были края, которые будут надежны, стабильны и стакаться по...
I mean, it's also about adapting. I definitely had to go through some time with the way I saw it. In StarLadder, I were very much focused on the team play, the utility usage. I think most teams has adopted into that style now.
Zonik is a very great person. First of all, he's very experienced coach, and also he's very experienced as a player because in the past he played the game. He can understand us very well in the game, outside of the game, the way we react sometimes or the way we want things. And this is the most important for us, for players, because when a coach is on the same page as you and when your players are on the same page.
Whatever team you have, I think this is something that I learned a lot last year, trying to the players that I had. You need to keep your identity. It is a new territory for me. You've been focused on that the team comes first. When you have 3 players with, they all have ego, of course, but they also have firepower. It's about finding that balance of using their potential and setting them up to have the best day at the office, so to speak. But for this season, it's also been on, if things are not going that well, that we can rely more on the team.
Я думаю, лучшее, что можно сказать о нем, это то, что он справедливый, знает сильные каждого игрока, сильные и слабые, и из-за этого он может сделать структуру так, что поставить всех на свое место, грубо говоря, в игре.
Для меня самое важное, основополагающее, что может быть в Counter-Strike, чтобы люди думали, чем лучше ты принимаешь инициативу капитана и своих тиммейтов, чем лучше ты план, который ты обсуждаешь заранее, тем повышаются шансы твои выигрывать большие матчи и титулы.
А тактические паузы, взятые Сергеем, это что-то невероятное, потому что винрейт после того, как он берет паузы, многократен. Большой. Приводили какую-либо статистику на этот счет?
За 30 секунд мне нужно сказать о том, что может повлиять в последующем раунде, жить и сказать, что мы будем делать через раунд, потому что у меня всего тайм-аута 3.
Spirit has some time. They had a strong start to the season, and then they made some roster changes. And I think they maybe got a bit surprised or needed more time. I think there's also something that everyone can learn a bit about is that it takes time to build a team.
Я думаю, у любой тир-1 команды, когда встречаются сильные оппоненты, и я думаю, что каждая звезда всегда хочет обыграть другую звезду и быть ярче.
If their goal was to peak at the major, They definitely proved that during these group stage games. I don't put too much into it. I want to focus on ourselves, and it's about sticking to our plan, make sure that we have a good game plan against them, and that we make the conditions for our players to show up as best as possible. And then I think there's a guy on Spirit we need to try and control a bit.
Let's go.
Those who have forever played and Shiro unable to take down that deadly duo of Nico and Mnati, but Maui, big stage, anything can happen tonight.
We know that. We've seen that. I feel like Don captured all of our attention here, and he's just been one-upping himself. The consistency is impeccable, but like you said, his Achilles heel lies in the server right against him. The Nico Mnati duo never losing to Donk. Donk only getting the better of Nico when it was just Taz playing, Hooksy playing. We forget about that one. Don't even mention that one. This has been a matchup that has just been a nightmare for the rifler, the best rifler.
Yeah, I think, for me, Spirit, they need to figure out how to activate Donk in this matchup. They need to figure out how to, not make MongolZ go for those entries, slow them down,
so
avoid the utility usage from this Falcon side, because their prep work has been immense. We can look at pistols and Nico's buy rounds. They have everything covered. It seems like they know every single move that Spirit wants to go throughout the servers in the past best of threes. And they need to shift up some of these actual patterns of themselves and kind of trick Falcons into this matchup, because everything is kind of leaning towards the Falcon sides. The prep work, the way that they neutralize Donk, MongolZ always having great series against them. So there's a lot to unpack for Spirit and a lot of things they need to shift.
There's also a surprising amount of major playoff rookies. We talk about Kyosuke, obviously, on the side of Falcons, Tanir as well on the side of Spirit. But we do have the maps coming in Devil Walk. Are there any surprises in terms of what you anticipated being played in this quarterfinal?
I was pretty certain that Falcons would go for that nuke pick, and Dust 2 would go on the side of Spirit. Ancient as well, we've seen it in the last best of 3. This is the exact same maps, just in a different order, because I think last time they started with Dust 2. But going into the nuke, I think, look, they are playing outside with Donk and Shiro on the CT side very, very often. They often have a great kind of rotation system with Chopper, who kind of goes out from that main area. Love breaking the outside smokes. Love making sure they have the info in terms of if Falcons would go down lower, so that they don't have to, force any rotation downstairs. The thing is, that leaves ramp very, very exposed. If Shiro and Donk is constantly on that outside area, it leaves Falcons with an opening to ramp. It leaves them with an opening towards inside if they can block off this main.
I'm just zooming out to the veto again, though, really quickly. I feel like this is just Spirit playing exactly into the hands of Falcons, unfortunately. I really wanted to see Spirit gamble, go for the train pick. It's clear that they worked on it between Chengdu, Hong Kong, and this tournament. But going to Dust 2 is just, Falcons like that map. So I feel like this is the one ace up the sleeve of Holly and Chopper. They did not end up actually playing it. But yeah, no, when going to Nuke, this is just so favored for Falcons. All the stats in favor of them. The fact that, it's such a luxury for the Falcons that even when they swap to the CT side, their ramp player is Kyosuke. Like, are you kidding me? This guy's just a multi-fragging machine. Every time anybody challenges him, he's just a demon.
Look how relaxed he is right now as well. Like, literally leaning back in his chair. Bro, this is your first major playoffs. Like, this guy just never seems to feel nerves on any stage he's played on thus far in his career.
Total major rookie, and we'll see if the in-game poise is relaxed or languid as what he's bringing us there in the chair. To be honest, that's kind of what Donk did at Shanghai, though. We were pretty impressed by that, or even at Copenhagen. He never let the moments bother him, and it feels like some of these kids they're just cut from a new type of cloth. I don't know what it's made at, some poly blend or something like that. Like, I don't know what's going on. And for Kyosuke, that kind of attitude is why he has a cult-like following behind the fact that his aim is just otherworldly.
Yeah, I'm completely right. If you're going to look for win conditions for Spirit, we kind of need Falcons to take a step back in their performance. They need to be the ones that can't deal with the pressure, especially on a map like Nuke. This should be Falcons' first map.
Well, we can take a look at the sponsors as they appear on the screen. Exactly deciding for this first quarterfinal. It's easy, though, to always talk about the superstars, to talk about your Nikos, your Mnatis, your Donks. What are we saying about Sway, Tanir, newly coming into the squad? Of course, Sway lifting a trophy, IM Cologne, kind of surprising everybody. But do you expect him to have the output required here in Budapest today?
Sway and Tanir have simply not lived up to the billing that they were brought in to fulfill. In terms of their overall numbers, generally a red, usually a hindrance to their teams, especially even given the fact that going into Nuke, I mean, this is a map that Sway and Nemiga did not really even play. He played it twice when he was on that Nemiga roster in total. It is his weakest map as an individual, playing that A Nuke anchor. I mean, I feel like this is such a punish pick in so many different facets right now. And I mean, for Tanir, on the other hand, he's still learning things. It seems like when talking to you, Devil Walk, in that your guys' podcast, I mean, he mentioned the fact that he's learning some of the timings. He's understanding how he needs to play within the systems that are being created around him. And that's generally what has to happen for a lurker. It's a guy that has to catch up to speed or even play slower just to match what's going on across the map on the macro sense for Spirits.
Yeah, and Spirit needs one of Tanir or Sway to kind of step up in this matchup, because there's so many stars on that Falcon side that I'm not sure you can rely on, you know, a Donk that struggles in the matchup. But Shiro, he's always consistent and arguably a better performing operator than MongolZ this year. But you need someone else. You need more weight off of Donk's and Shiro's shoulders on the Spirit lineup, going up against all those superstars.
And it's
Sapper and Halley has kind of approached their C side. They've shifted it. I don't think it's, you know, as easy to prep against them. I think they have more avenues, more things that they actually put on the server and execute well. I also think that in combination with what you said about Tanir, about how he has found timings, how he's understood when he can have impact in the round. For me as a coach and having that understanding where everything thinking in the same line of direction, you can get more influence. There's more fluidity in the rounds. And I think that's going to be key. And it's going to make it more harder for Falcons.
You've gone on the other side, though, Maui. You've gone for Falcons in this one. Tell me for why.
Well, the last time they played against each other in Hong Kong,
Six Falcons, 3 Spirit, 10 Spirit. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I cannot go live on YouTube. If I could, I would, but I can't. It's not possible. Vamos. For me, it's.
there's no reminder, even if Falcons win this tournament,
Falcons.
get the first place prize, that
Hands
still
are high
pays
in
for
the air,
only
bro.
half of Nico's
And I'm not
buyout.
getting paid. Stop
Okay,
making
like,
shit
they
up that I'm getting
have
paid
so
to
much
cheer for our
catch up
team, bro.
on
I
in
wish that
terms
was the
of
case.
reaccumulating
Mouse,
the
reach
funds
out, bro.
which they
Reach
have
out.
invested into
We
this
can shift
project,
the boat
and with
around,
all
bro.
these kind of external circumstances,
one
and
DM away.
factors, with Nico not having his major, with
From being a
MongolZ
MongolZ
trying
star.
to make sure that he solidifies his place among the
I'm
elite
joking,
three
bro.
players in
I'm
the
not
world.
purchasable.
They're riding on
5
this
gift and I'll do the thank you,
and I
boys.
mean, Sonic too.
Let's make sure the sound is not
incessantly
dead.
ever since
Yo,
he really donned the Falcon
the
jersey,
arena,
with how
though.
many more superstars he needs in order to finally find
Oh
success.
my God.
If not now, really win.
Yeah, I mean, completely agree. But I have a weird
Falcons
feeling
never
about,
miss.
you know, Spirit Donk actually having a great game against these on this stage. We've talked about
What
the
does that
pressure
mean, bro?
that builds on Falcons, the way that they have, you know, have new reputations, where they haven't really lived up to their expectations.
Love, bro.
And this is a matchup where
Come
I
on,
can see
G.
them. If
Come
they go
on,
down
G.
early,
That looks like the
pressure
major
is
trophy,
gonna
bro, low-key.
crumble it upon
Look,
them,
kid.
and I think that
Look,
Spirit
kid.
has a chance to win.
Scheisse, I wish I was there, bro. I want to give him a hug, bro.
A little bit slept on, a little
Come
bit
on, man.
underestimated. You gave him a lot of props, though, throughout Stage 3, Maui, particularly when we're looking at the T sides. What particularly has changed from the Spirit side of the
Sheesh.
equation when we're on that offensive half?
There's just a little bit more misdirection. The maps
Yo.
I was keying into more
Who's ready
particularly
to jump on the server,
Mirage
bro?
and Nuke, unfortunately not in this series.
Also, I saw
However,
Smuya in the
when
chat.
it comes
Smuya, I hope
to
you're doing
just the way that
fantastico, bro.
they play,
Fantastico.
it's not as much of just bundling up, just grouping for a very obvious hit, map control into
I feel like I'm
what
not
is-
ready, bro.
what is really going to be the
Oh, no.
sequential bomb site take. Nowadays,
What
it's
did you
a
get
little
in
bit
the
of,
advent calendar?
poking and prodding. It's a little bit more mid-round. And I
Boys,
feel
I'm not
like
gonna lie,
Yeah,
bro. I
something
was
is
planning on
close.
opening it
Make
on
sure
stream, the
it's
part 2, aka
middle of the
DOA
round, wait for
8
opponents
till
to
We're going
14,
to
I
have
think. I
thousands and
received
thousands
in
of
the mail
players
yesterday.
and then make a
like
good
that.
concerted effort of where they're going to be going next.
Let's
So
just
I think
say
that kind of pace shift
those
that they now
packages have already been opened
That's
and
something
demolished.
that teams aren't
Scheisse.
already
Yo,
doing.
guys,
Yeah, and we don't have
what do you
that
want me
much
to do,
data
bro?
of this
I
new
was
Spirit
exhausted from
either.
Batman, bro.
There's-
Like,
there's
I
plenty
needed
of
some
surprises to be
I needed some
kind
energy,
of
bro.
catching our eye. But you know, Spirit
It was
on
very
T
good
side,
stuff,
they
though.
love doing
There
the
was some
outside,
knoppas in
double
there.
kind of layer of smoke.
Some more
They
chocolate,
don't
bro.
really do the
Oh,
one
man.
smoke wall and then that's it. They
My
like
skin
to
is
do
so
it
bad right
twice
now,
to
bro,
kind of
because of
force
this
rotations,
advent
get the
calendar.
pick, get into
Mom,
that main route
why are you not
and-
putting
and
veggies in
punish
there, bro?
Falcons, but
I wouldn't
it is
mind
a
some
really tough
veggies in my
map. I
advent
don't
calendar.
consider Nuke
Oh
to be
my
the
God.
pick
I ate
or
all the
map
pixels
that's
on bro.
actually going to win. I think that's going to come later.
So do you think it has to be a 2-1 for Spirit?
100%.
Okay,
There's
let's
never
go.
ever going to be a...
Either way, if you're joining us...
Spirit on T side, they love doing the outside double kind of late. They don't really do the one smoke wall and then that's it. They'd like to do it twice to kind of force rotations, get the pick, get into that main roof and punish Falcons. But a really tough map. I don't consider Nuke to be the pick or the map that Spirits is actually going to win. I think that's going to come later.
So do you think it has to be a 2-1 for Spirit?
100%.
Okay.
There's never ever going to be a 2-0.
Either way, if you're joining us in the arena, make sure you head on over to the Monster booth to be grabbing yourself an ice cold can. You're going to want to be locked in for this one. Speaking of locked in, we just got to see a couple of images of both Sonic and Nico. Just, that 1,000-yard stare, pretty much. It was just pure relief for Nico. Right, take it down during this quarterfinal.
I mean, they're not necessarily feeling that.
You said that they don't have a. What's this? It just crashed.
Having to get to the playoffs, and I feel like beating G2 was a breaking point for them. And a over a game entirely. And I feel like in a way that we've talked so much about Nico and Don, at times really started off slow. Shiro to me was second, third best opper in the world. Mnati a step beneath him, but now Mnati has just shifted into a form where we're seeing all of the potential actualized.
Yeah, and it's against this matchup as well. We can just look at some numbers. Last two best of threes, Falcons went up against Spirit. MongolZ had a 146 rating and a 149.
Jeez.
So he was definitely the key factor for them kind of cruising their way through those wins.
Seems like that's where he does his best work. Just in terms of stylistically as well, going up versus Shiro. If we do see some of those head-to-heads going down, it's not always the case with AWPers. How do we expect them to be kind of, going at each other in this one?
Well, Mnati has the nickname of the Flash, not by mistake. The dude is just fast as hell. He is flicking faster than anybody. I feel like in terms of purely getting crosshair to position in a reaction, there's no one faster in the world than Mnati, and his accuracy rate is just bewildering. On the other hand, Shiro, a more stable set of hands, a guy that's going to hold the line for Spirit as they're aggressing to take space. He's going to hit that tripwire shot if anybody goes into it, but he was the best clutcher of last year, so hopefully he's able to activate some of that in this matchup.
Fingers crossed. Devil Walk, fingers crossed.
Yep.
Well, it's time to be getting our first quarterfinal underway. It is Spirit versus Falcons.
Into the game we go. Here we sit with Falcons and Team Spirit. The challenge that they have not been able to overcome. 9-0 the record in the head-to-head. Falcons would have all the reasons to walk away with this victory, but it's as the pressure finds its peak so far in Budapest. And we're going to start with this fast play, immediate challenge into that A-bomb site. And so from here, the peak chopper denied. Falcons come out flying.
Yeah, big time. Having a retake here with two players. Donk, side of his head exposed, but Tanir gets the kill.
Donk's still hunting. Tanir's put up his end of the bargain.